Hello, and thank you for joining me. This video, its purpose is to take you through the New South Wales $10,000 small business grant due to COVID. The grant is actually available to be applied for from this Friday, the 17th of April, on the Services New South Wales grant. Now, if you have a business in another state, I suggest that you search on similar websites for grants that are similar to this in your state. I do know that there's one in Victoria, for example, so please reach out and have a look for grants that might be available to you. This particular grant in New South Wales, its criteria are the eligible business has to have between 1 and 19 employees, and it has to have turnover of in excess of 75,000 per annum. It must also have a payroll of less than 900,000. So the reasoning behind that is you're not a business that pays payroll tax. So it's aimed at a smaller type business. You must have had an ABN or have an ABN, and it must have been in place on the 1st of March 2020. And you must have a business that is based in New South Wales. You must have been highly impacted by the public order 2020 that was issued on the 30th of March this year. That public order was the public order that addressed social gatherings and the need to distance ourselves to avoid the spread of Covid-19. So when they say highly impacted, the meaning behind that is you must have incurred a drop of more than 75% in your revenue for at least a 2-week period compared to that same period in the year prior. You must use the funding, the $10,000 grant, for certain costs. So they call them unavoidable costs, such as, and examples that they give are things like utilities, overheads, legal fees, and financial advice fees. And you must be prepared to give appropriate documentation on the application form. We haven't seen the application form yet, so we're not quite sure what that documentation is. I would suspect it would be probably something in the realm of proving your drop in income and your number of employees. Sole traders can be eligible for this grant, but only where they employ people and meet all the number of employee and turnover tests. If they're just a sole trader with no employees, and by that I mean just themselves because they can't be an employee of themselves, then they clearly won't qualify for this grant. So the examples of the industries that the document for this, or the fact sheet for this grant, mentions that could be eligible for this grant are businesses such as retail accommodation, food, so cafes, restaurants, rental, hiring, real estate, gyms, admin, support services. The list is, the list could be quite a lot broader than that. And I have been suggested by a member of Parliament in our area just recently to, if you meet the criteria for this grant, apply for it, because quite often they find that people are eligible for these grants and just don't apply for them because they think they're not eligible. So go back over the start of this video to the eligibility criteria, and if you meet them, please apply. You might be granted the grant, which is fantastic, and it will be awesome help for you at the moment. And if it's a no, then you've lost nothing, a little bit of time in applying for the grant. So I implore you to at least apply if you feel that you meet the criteria. Reach out to your financial advisors if you need help in doing so. Your own advisors. If you're a client of ours, reach out to us and we can certainly help you with that. So thank you for listening and have a great day.